We're back, and we should be good to go now. I fixed the game audio as well, so it shouldn't be too loud, I hope. If there's any issues, just let me know, please. But I think we should be good to go. Everything makes sense. If anyone's there, if Pawa, you're still there, thank you for your patience. We're gonna get going. Hi Michael, nice to see you again. So yesterday we did collect the first key, which means we can tackle the basement. I'd say I'll be here for about an hour tonight and see if the rabbits are around. Are you familiar at all with Super Mario 64, Mikael? Hey, Nemesis. Are you the Nemesis I know from Metin? By any chance? What's the first one? In the taverns, okay. Alright, not Metin2.us then. Because I knew a Nemesis from .us for sure. That's Metin2 Spain then, yeah? Is the server still online for Spain? And I think that was Gameforge, right? Like, I know there was obviously Metin2 UK, which was very popular. But I believe for a time, actually, the Gameforge servers were a bit less updated than the US ones for a time before that all changed. Oh, I can't do that. I'll get there. Take an easier way. That was definitely one of the harder levels of my childhood. This one here. I still hate it. Because generally you always die at least once on this level. Oh, we're not doing too bad so far. And this is inside. Yeah, inside I don't like it. Yeah, I remember for a time, like I remember the Gameforge ones, I think they had it took them a while to get a couple of the updates that we had. Like when I joined in 2008, I think we had just got the stuff with the level 75 weapons or something of the sort. And it was just about the time we were getting epic weapons and all sorts. Yeah, exactly. I recall that they were a bit behind on bonuses. Oh god. I do remember though, I think eventually they did get a couple of things that we didn't have in the US server, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we had, besides the 10 demi-human, we also had the, I think it was 15, up to 15 against all classes, but against Sura we had up to 20. And we even had the defense against, but I think defense, we had, for example, sword or two-hand resistance, and we also had class resistance on, I don't think all items, but definitely armor. Not sure exactly what else. Memory's a bit faded on it. Yeah, I recall something of the sort. So in fact on YouTube... Yes, exactly. On YouTube, for example, when I'd post, you know, getting a certain amount of damage, I'd have some guy from a Gameforge server coming and saying, "Oh, this is a private server because we don't have this," or like, "You can't compare the two," which really you couldn't compare the two. That was something a bit weird, probably. I think the US was just its own kind of animal before SG came along, Singapore. And I'm trying to remember the guy. His name, the owner of Singapore. Might have been Chris. A guy named Chris. Oh god. As a kid I could never figure this out, because obviously as a 5-6-year-old kid my reading was not too good, not too good. Like, there'd always be particular levels where there would be stuff I just could not get done. Not at all. So basically what that does... We've got this. In fact, this I'd only ever done it once I started playing the game on emulator, when I could actually understand what the hell was going on. Because then I didn't use my 64 after a while. You know, once we started getting HD televisions and everything, it started becoming a bit more difficult to play these kinds of games. Oh, the camera's absolutely terrible here. Ooh. Ah, good. Nice to see you back, Power. Oof. Oh god, I'm messing this up so badly. There you go. Come to think of it, coming from this game to when 2 years later they released Ocarina of Time, you can tell that kind of the progression they made, even just in bosses. You know, you get the bosses here are very, very simple. They're just walking polygons basically. But in Ocarina of Time they made them more, let's say, believable. Like, you know, you're actually fighting something which has a mind of its own, so to speak. Obviously everything's very scripted, of course, but you know, they have more of a character. Like the first time facing the Dodongo boss, if anyone's familiar with that from Ocarina of Time. So, if there's anything here. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Oof. What the fuck happened there? I've never seen that before. Let's try again. Actually, come to think of it, there's a red coin back here where you can easily die. So it's worth getting first. Let's try that again. Now we're okay. So red coin down here. Oh, I forgot, got my hat. So what happens if you lose your hat in this game? There's two ways you can lose your hat. That freaking bird, or you can lose it by I think it's in the second snow level. And basically, if you get blown off the large snowman, basically even your hat gets blown off. And what happens is, if you're without your hat, you get double damage, which is not good. See if I can get it back. No. He's gone. Might be worth getting 100 coin star, since I'm doing the 8 red coins actually. No, but I really hate this level though. It's definitely not my favorite. And if I could get this bird, there you go. Where's my hat? There it is. I have to avoid that bird. Don't know if there's anything else going on this side which I can do now. That's what I want. I don't want that because that's gonna ruin me. So I need to get out of here. I'm just gonna let him squash me. So I don't want that that glitch to happen to me again. So after this, once I'm done with the Mario 64 100%, what I'll probably do is either Stray or Minecraft on the new channel, or I'll stick to Mario and do that hack I was talking about. which is B3313 or something of the sort. And it's something I'm really looking forward to doing. Because it's almost like experiencing Mario 64 fresh out the box, you know? Which probably a lot of people would say they'd like to be able to do. And that's okay. There's no coins there. So do you guys always stay up late as well? Is this kind of your free time? Now... Actually, I think I've got a problem. I'm gonna have to do the 100 coins now. So I'm gonna have to go inside the pyramid to get the rest. Yeah. So I'm going about this completely the wrong way. Let me just fix something here. There we go. So I think we might have enough coins so we can get into the pyramid and get the 100 coin star basically. That's really one of the most annoying. Metin when I have more time, honestly, but no, Metin is, I don't think it's something I'm gonna be doing in the near future. Because it takes up so much time, and unfortunately I don't have as much time as I used to, you know, when I was young. But besides Mario 64, I'll be doing a couple of other games as well, so it's not gonna be just Mario 64. But it's just one of those games where you really need to set aside a couple of hours every day, in my opinion. But yeah, if I started a game like that, I'd have to dedicate literally all of my time to it, instead of possibly spreading it around among a couple of games. So one of the games I'm definitely interested in covering is Minecraft, because obviously there's endless possibilities with that game. besides that, Stray is one of the games I want to play again. I'm gonna get a separate capture card for my Switch, and I'll have access to a couple of games there as well. And I've got an Xbox One X, so I've got a couple on there as well. One of the ones I really want to tackle and stream is Control, if you're familiar with it. This is one of those levels which is majorly slow. Just until we get the 100 coin star. I'd love to give up on sleeping, honestly, because let's say I get maybe 6 hours of sleep a day. If I could, I'd give up those 6 hours, because there's definitely not enough time in the day to do everything you want to do. One of the things I did kind of give up on is going out. Going out is just not my cup of tea, personally. One of the main reasons, really, where I live, Malta, you've been everywhere hundreds of times, so there's kind of no mystery with the island I live on. That's one of the things, you know. So going out isn't really something I waste time on, at least. But video games always important, always very interesting. Oh, I messed that up so badly. Let's see if I can fix it. No. Make sure not to make any mistakes. Ooh. Got where the next one is. Okay. Multinational, kinda old school, and I could hook you up with some freebies. I tell you what. Oh god, I missed it. I tell you what, when you come to launch it, send me a message, and I'll see how busy I am. But not too busy, and I've got some time, I could do that. Make sure I don't die here. Because I could also try dedicating maybe an hour to Metin here and there, whilst also keeping other games going. That could be an option. I'm very out of the loop on Metin, so the last kind of where I'm vaguely familiar, let's say, was with the Devil's Catacombs. That's kind of the last thing I was fairly familiar with. Apart from that, I'm pretty out of the loop. There we go. And yeah, even the Devil's Catacombs, we only ever did it the one time, and the one time I have it on video. Apart from that, I'm not familiar with it at all. Yep. Because that was, I think, I quit 2011, but I said, you know, oh god, no. What a mess. I thought before I'd finish the game, I think I was in Yellow Kingdom at the time, because I just moved, you know, I was getting bored of the game, I got bored with the kingdom I was in, and I said, okay, I'm just gonna move to the Yellow Kingdom for a while, and maybe that'll drive the interest up for me, which it didn't. I only lasted 2 or 3 months. And I did it just the one time with another group, because it was majorly tough, majorly tough. We must have been about 10 plus guys on that one. Like Demon Tower at the time, it was, you know, no big deal. I would solo it multiple times. But yeah, Devil's Catacomb was one of those things. It was pretty much the last update I ever played, basically, and I didn't even play it that much. Apart from the rest, I'm really not familiar at all. So now we need to get the 8 red coins proper. And I'm not sure if... Oh god. At the time when I was still playing, there was the 6th and 7th bonus. That I don't remember. They might have just started or were about to start, I'm not sure. We're talking, when you think about it, 12 years ago. It's bloody scary how much time has passed. See if I can get this done alright. There's a red coin in the water there, but I can get that later. Yep. Yeah, method might be interesting. The last time I tried it, honestly, might have been 2-3 years ago. I played it for maybe 2-3 days and I just got bored. I'm sorry to say, I just got bored of it. And I don't know, it takes a particular kind of server where you can make... So I played private servers quite a lot towards my my end and afterwards. And the thing is, you'd get some private servers which were just hit or miss. And when I mean hit or miss, you'll get some which were ridiculously easy. And then some which were just ridiculously slow. Yeah, I'm really out of the loop. I don't really know what's going on with Metin at all. I know that actually there's quite a lot of YouTubers that still cover it, which is really interesting. Like if you take a look, and you'll always find, you know, people still covering, which is quite good actually for the game. Metin 3 never came along, I guess. See if I can get there in an easy way. Really? I didn't know that. So they're still being dicks. That's crazy. Wow, okay. Whew. Didn't know about that. Now that'll be a bit of an issue. So you can't record anything, I guess, not even if it's that's a bit problematic, eh? It's kind of cheating. It's interesting they're still going strong. You know, with the US server, it was kind of just, how do I say, not I don't think abandoned is the word, more neglected. You know, and they didn't take care of it properly. It was just towards the end, it was riddled with gold buyers and bots, and I don't know if at the time actually there was all sorts of talk going on with, you know, are the GMs on it, you know, are they generating gold and selling it? I don't know. Honestly, it's one of those things where at the time you wouldn't really know what the hell is going on. All I know is, like, how the hell do some of these players afford, you know, offering these outrageous amounts of money for items, you know, like 100+ million, and I don't think I've ever had that at the time any more than, let's say, 80, 90 million. I don't really remember. I'd have to look at screenshots, because I still got screenshots from back then, just for memory's sake. And sorry, I've got this icon in the way. And it's like, now you can buy yourself, and then ban on that's really costly, and you need to know people. Hi Zerk, nice to see you again. Yeah, that's the metin scene was always kind of corrupt, eh? Kind of cheating. But again, this game is just meant to be kind of broken. Pretty good, pretty good. How's it going with you? Yeah. At the time on the US server, actually, there were two players. One of them was MF Metal, I think, and the other one was Abyss Gods. And they were always known, like, from the beginning. Whenever, even the first time I started playing the US server, they were always known as these two kind of untouchable players. They were difficult to kill, you know. And there'd be all sorts of theories, like, you know, that there are people saying they were like either the son of a GM or something of the sort, but it's all probably bullshit, you know, you never know. But they were just so good, you know. I think they were Japanese or something, or Chinese, I don't know. Do any of you guys remember them? Yesterday when you went online, I was already in bed and was too tired. I don't blame you. Now the thing about this one is, doesn't really tell you which star is which, because there's two in here. Yeah, I am kind of tired actually myself, but to be honest, it's nice to have a bit of a chat with people online. You know, at the end of the day, it's so just playing games by myself, you know, making it a bit more what's the word? Let's say less antisocial. So that's a combination of my name and surname. So my name is Ryan, and my surname is Aquilina. And just came up with the acronym. Are you talking about MF Metal or Abyss Gods? That was a good server for a while. Thank you, but to be honest, I was just a bored teenager trying to find something to do in his spare time. Because at that time I had literally no life. I was a no-lifer, honestly. Oh god, I messed up. Let's see. Oh. Metin 2 was a great game for its time. The server, the US server, it was very unfortunate what happened with it. I don't think it lasted more than a couple of years after I quit. Because it was already going downhill for a long time, you know. Lots of players were already quitting. I think the Singapore server was probably the beginning of the downfall for it. Yep, it definitely was. I think they just milked it dry until there was nothing else left. Yeah, I recall his name was Christopher. I thought it was. It doesn't belong to him anymore. I think he was a fairly successful businessman, so probably for him it was just a hobby kind of project. So I just need to get 100 coins here. Yeah, definitely I like to play some retro games. Depends what you mean by retro though. I mean, the library I'm super familiar with Mostly games in the 90s, 2000s. I don't know what you'd consider retro, honestly. So games I'm super familiar with are games on the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, couple of Game Boy, couple of games on the Genesis or Mega Drive if you're in Europe. '80s. '80s I don't really know. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, I'm very familiar with the Donkey Kong Country series. Games like Streets of Rage on the Genesis. '80s I'm not too familiar with, honest. Yeah, but that's Donkey Kong, the arcade game you're talking about. I'm talking about the Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country. You know what game I've never played from the '80s, which probably I could visit? The original Legend of Zelda, actually. What I had, which I guess you could consider games from the '80s, were a couple of Game Boy games. So I had a couple of Game Boy games. There was Super Mario and the 6 Golden Coins, Super Mario Land or something of the sort. Yep, that's the one. I had the big brick Game Boy, the grey one. Oh. So I had a brick Game Boy, I had a Genesis, I had a Game Boy Pocket, I had a Game Gear, I've still got all of them, but they don't really work. The Game Gears were notorious for all sorts of issues, besides their battery life. So mostly I think they had problems with the capacitors, those ones. Yep, I've played the original Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street, Hot Pursuit, the 2010. I had Heat, it's not too bad, but my all-time favorite is definitely Most Wanted, for sure, by far. Carbon I felt was a little bit lacking, if I'm honest. Not a bad game by any means, but it was kind of like Most Wanted 2.0, but just nowhere near as good. Definitely, I mean, Most Wanted is fantastic. Ooh, where am I going? Most Wanted is one of those games I revisit every couple of years. And I'm due to revisit it again. I mean, GTA. I've got all the GTAs. I've got I've got the definitive ones on my Switch, but I've also got the original 3, Vice City, San Andreas on Steam. I've got GTA 4, GTA 5, and there was GTA 4. What was that expansion pack? The Ballad of Gay Tony. That I've never played. And GT4 I only played it once. Speaking of GT, I played also... Yeah. Fantastic games. Played also a couple of memorable games on the PS2. One that always comes to mind. Yeah, it does. For the PlayStation 2 was Gran Turismo 4. Amazing. I love that game. I love it. It's one of those games. It's got a very nice homely vibe to it, if that makes sense. I'm trying to remember which toads give power stars. No, there's one in the basement for sure. Actually, one of the things I can do here is out here. I know the feeling. You know, sometimes I watch other content creators. I don't really watch streamers because it's something, you know, you need to be there at that moment. One of the guys I do like watching, if you're familiar with him, is the Happy Console Gamer. Then I follow just to keep in the loop. Like I like following gaming news and all sorts of things. He's a cool guy. I think he's something like 51 now. But he's been on YouTube for 12 plus years easily. And he talks a lot about retro gaming. And I learn a lot about gaming from him as well. That I don't know, because obviously he's a different generation to me. Then other people like Spawnwave, to a lesser extent, RGT85. You know, anyone who's decently entertaining. Oh, then there's other people I'm familiar with, like I know about them, but I don't watch them. You know, Ninja or whatever their names are. Dr. Disrespect. You plan on seeing for a longer period of time, like in the near future? Well, thing is, I have a full-time business, and it's taking, I want to say, 12 to 14 hours out of my day, and it's not exactly easy to keep up. Would be great if I could find some time and continue doing this as well. I'd also like to start a YouTube channel for my own business. My business is detailing cars. We sell products as well. So I'd like to do something for my business in that aspect as well. It's car detailing. Might be able to show you something actually from just give me a moment. We also sell products, car care, and we're about to launch a web shop very, very shortly. So I can show you probably if I do. No, I can't. I'd love to show you, but I can't. Yeah, it's going good. It just takes up so much time. And I've always wanted to try do something with gaming. I said if I don't start now, I'll never start. So it's better at least to do something than not do it, you know. And I want to try do the same for my business. And the thing about streaming is you need to make sure that you're in. I don't believe I'll be successful in streaming because it's such a niche and you need to be kind of interesting, otherwise no one's gonna watch you. Alright man, I'm probably gonna do the same in about 15-20 minutes as well. So thanks for watching, thanks for having a chat. And I'll probably see you again soon. So have a good night, bud. Take care. See you, bro. So let's say we started on 32 tonight. I'd like to at least get to 52 tonight. So we need to do Swimming Beast. I'm not sure if it's this way, I can't remember. Might be, if I remember correctly. So I'd like to have at least gotten 20 stars per stream, let's say. And Hazy Maze Cave isn't too bad. I believe this is the way to the beast. I'm just gonna jump down because it's gonna take forever. There you go. So we'll do that star, see what the next one is, and probably we'll get the metal cap today as well, because that's not too bad. Oh yeah, we can do Bowser, but Bowser's gonna be something probably not for today. No, we could end on it today, to be fair. What's this? The Elevate for 8 red coins. Not a nice one to do, if I'm honest, but I could try get it out of the way. Let's see. So... let's see. The one thing I could never do on this game is spin around those the eyes to collect the five coins. I could never do it. The area is just too short. I think it's this way. Is it? So now we need to go up and use the elevator. If there's anybody still there by any chance and you want to have a chat, feel free to comment away. I'll be here for another 15 minutes or so. Let's see if this is the right place. I think so. Let's see if we can get this right. It's probably one concurrent viewer. We haven't messed this up so far. Not too bad. Right. What I want to do next is see if I can get the 100 coin star. Since we've got all the red coins, might make more sense. Without falling, if possible. Right. If I go down here, I think we can come back up though. Anyone new here and want to have a chat? So at the moment we're getting the 100 coin star, just in case you're just joining us. And after that we'll get the 8 red coins. Make sure not to die here, because the potential for dying is quite great. Right. It's a bit better. This I can't make. I think there's a ledge there though. See? Yeah, there is. Bloody hell. Oh man. I made a mess of that. Made a real mess of that. Right. So I'll do something else. Probably made one of you leave with how terrible that was. Yeah. Where does this lead to? Don't know. I'll figure that out later. Take care, bro, and have a good rest. Enjoy the rest of your week. I might be back online tomorrow again. I'm not super busy. Cheers, bro. Take care. You're always welcome. And keep in touch. If you ever get that server online, just let me know. And if I have the time to join, I definitely will. There we go. Next. Yeah, this takes us to the red coins area. Got a couple of coins here. Anytime, but I'll always be here, so you'll definitely be able to contact me just in case. Take care, Will. Wrong way. No, God, that's gonna ruin me. Oh, I missed a bunch. I don't know if getting the 100 coins is still possible. So I missed quite a bunch there. Don't know if getting these might make it enough. I've got 16 with the red coins. I'm still way off. There might be some up here. No, I'm not gonna have enough, eh? I messed up. I think there's a star around here. Could be wrong. Yeah, here's empty. Yeah. I messed up. Right. Not having any luck, so I think I'm gonna end the stream there. And we'll revisit this tomorrow, most likely. For those that watched today, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It was nice chatting. I'll see you all next time. Take care.